And here we are. Right, it should be working. New internet, who dis? But yes, previously oh wait, no, we need music, we can't just have me monotoning for a moment. That'll work. So previously, we had the group talking to the great, the mighty Chumbawamba, a small sugar glider race that exists in my realms. As well as Poutine Moose Knuckle. Definitely not somebody that exists in their time. Don't ask how patrons do their things. They do their things.
It would be interesting if he was present over that fact.
Un momento, por favor.
Oh. I didn't like that. This is a mouth water droplet sound, yes?
Yes.
Excellent.
It's funny that it picks up through the noise suppression. Sorry, I stim quite a bit, and
No, that's
most
fine.
of the time noise suppression actually cancels it, or I have a headset that I mute.
Totally fine.
But since I'm at my mom's at the current moment, and on her computer that is still on Windows 10 and is like 15 years old. This is one of those computers that was updated from Windows 7 to Windows 10.
Oh boy.
Sorry about that.
So the next update to this computer is Linux.
No. No, I cannot do Linux with everything I have to do.
I mean, this computer, my mom's. It's either that or she starts using her Windows 11 laptop.
Yeah, Linux. Okay, so, where were we? Yes, I was explaining that you guys talked to the great Chumbawamba and Poutine Moose Knuckle about what's going on with the time loop. That there seems to be a invasion, and it seems to restart at midnight / whenever the guy accidentally dies. Because, we gotta reload the save state.
Of course.
And where else do you save besides when you sleep?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you guys have all sat here and been exploiting the save state thing, right?
Sure. Yeah, but for those of us who would like to explain it to anybody else that we meet, could you explain it to me?
There is no safe state exploitation. If somebody else was exploiting it, I would like to know so that I could use it. I'd like to re-roll my odds as many times as possible, thank you.
Something, help me, Nuzlocke.
Okay. That hurts low. But yes, so now the one thing I do not remember is, did you guys say you guys were doing something on? Because I forgot to look at that part.
Doing what? I might recall if you ask us.
Oh, yes. And that's what happened. Yes. He sent you somebody. That's right.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. We stopped with technically the Poutine Moose Knuckles of this time being whisked away into the time.
We stole a figure of the past from a different location. Somehow.
It's because it's when you're playing with books that sit here and talk to other copies of the books.
And we don't realize that your outside friend probably has cloned the spell from somewhere else.
If that, if not, it's a book from older that gets wiped. And it means that now there are 3 copies of this two-way communication book instead of 2.
Victor just had an idea and he went with it.
Which was a very clever idea. But yes, so you guys did get your guys' help of the magnificent large moose man who, if I remember, I put him in leather and whatnot because this is older.
Yeah. I mean,
Not such kinds of leather suit. Sheesh. What, you think he's in a full mask and everything too? No. He no wears the hood. He's
I'm gonna ruin my dreams.
the large moose man. Of course, he's going to have a lot of rings on it, but that's for rigging little things to... I mean, what?
I do like rings for rigging.
Anyways, so... when it comes down to it, now you guys have to choose what you guys will do to try to fix this time loop. If you guys are going
take
to
a vacation.
I know some of you are like vacation, some of you are like let's get this done ASAP.
It don't hurt anyone to sit here for a couple of weeks if we wanted to.
I mean,
am I the only one concerned that keeping up, a situation like this where time is infinitely repeated, has to eat up a large amount of magical energy that has to come from somewheres?
Depends on how it's looped.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just don't like the idea of being here because I can't go home, and that's really fucking scary. I guess, hold on. Am I homeless?
I
Like modern technology.
If you want to stay in the Feywild, you're welcome to it.
I get...
when the poor divorced detective has a midlife crisis of, wait, am I just homeless? Am I?
That's what
You have a lot of time to think about it. We're gonna be here
I'm
for a
an
bit.
adventurer. I'm an adventurer, huh? So I guess that kind of necessarily means...
I wanna-
Well, no. Do you guys have homes? Do you guys have houses that you go to when you're done?
Not particularly. We kind of just roam.
Okay. I mean, the way you say it makes it sound a little more palatable.
Yeah, it's full-time roaming. It's not homelessness.
And we do get paid for this, right?
Sometimes.
I don't like the sound of that.
It depends on who we're working with. I mean,
Right.
like, recently we did a job for someone who's in a really high, powerful position, and it was because of a favor. So we didn't really get paid for that. But
Saving
also it needed to
people,
get done.
hunting
Like,
things.
when the world is going to blow up if you don't act, it doesn't really matter if you get paid.
No, that's fair. But I feel like if you act and the world doesn't blow up, I mean, I feel like people do end up paying you for that anyway. So, I mean, kind of a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we could walk into town and say, "Hey, can we have some drinks?" And they'd probably just give us some.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And I mean, I do have a house.
Okay, so there's a bit of a little power imbalance here in this party, if I understand.
I actually
mean-
have 2 spaces I can crash.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're welcome
need
in the Feywild area.
No, I appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. I'm just thinking I'm probably gonna need to find myself some new digs now that my home country. Well, now that I understand that I'm Would I be like a political refugee, or given that I'm magic
I'm
now?
pretty sure Granny would help you get a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, buddy. Don't worry about it. You can crash with me for a while.
Thank you, Victor. I appreciate that. I'm gonna kiss you on your little mouth. Hold on, that was out of character. I'm gonna kiss you on your little mouth.
You do that. Use up Scorching Ray.
Oh, come on.
Poutine kind of looks at
He
the.
only got one guy flirting with him in the party. He doesn't need two.
Poutine's gonna look over at Chumbawamba as you guys are doing this and go, "Are they okay?" Oh yes. You're from hit now, so there's a lot of politics that happen between your now and our now.
Victor just kind of nods.
So the humans are trouble?
Long
Are we
story.
ever not?
We're working through it.
Right.
The Fomorians were troublesome this time.
And they're kind of nice right now, actually.
So you guys don't have a kingdom of Fomorians trying to subjugate the other races currently and an undead ruler to them?
No.
No.
No
We
hag from the
It's
stars.
like-
I'm pretty sure we have that, but
Oh.
They're chill.
Definitely do.
We just returned the king of the Moth Court to a seat.
The elder gods haven't woken up again.
not that I'm aware of, but there is a lot of cultist activity.
Oh, hold on. We're not sure. We're not sure if the old gods have woken up yet or not.
I
think we
mean,
would
how
know.
are we supposed to confirm that?
Have you guys encountered the minions of the Chittering One or the Brine King?
No.
Okay, that's good news. King Ardov's non-existent. The old
even know who
gods
that
haven't
is.
woken up.
This is such an area that's so far back in time that I don't even know the history of this area.
And you look like you're from some sort of nobility. We've got a scholar, a noble, strange
looks
mage
down
with
on
a
himself.
boomstick, and another strange mage with.
I mean, which one of us are you talking about? Brandish his weapon.
I mean, I'm just a coward girl with a magical gun. I mean,
Ow.
it's a profession in my time. It's herd cattle.
Ah!
Oh.
Farmer!
Then there's a runner. Runner.
Rum runner.
Does
Why does rum need run?
Oh, see,
That's illegal
yeah, that.
in my home.
See, sometimes
Where
you
I'm
need
from.
to take rum from place to place, and sometimes people don't like it that you do that. So you need a guy or gal to do it for you.
The time you guys are from sounds a little bit better, but also horribly sad.
I feel like this is
question.
kind of a constant, a universal historical constant.
Here's the easiest gauge of time frame, because I actually don't know what year you're from. Do Belmonts exist in your time frame?
Belmonts. Are you talking
Famous
about?
monster hunting family.
Are you talking about that family that just took the name Belmont and started up?
I wouldn't say started up, but created the
So-
family that kills monsters.
So I would guess this is about the start of your family.
If you're familiar with the name, then yeah. Let's see, how far back does Belmont history go? I probably would know the answer to that question.
This is over 1,000 years ago, probably 1,300.
Yeah.
So you guys are technically in a whole different era. Like, your guns definitely did not exist.
So to answer your question, if you do not really know the Belmont name, and either it is not currently famous, it is starting, or otherwise, but the Belmonts have been around for about 1,000 years, so that tells you roughly the time frame.
So, what I'm hearing is war. War never changes.
Yeah, apparently neither do the Belmonts.
Hey, Azzy,
What's up?
I know I said I wouldn't need it anymore. Do you still have my bucket?
He pulls a card out and then just kind of pops the card out and starts digging through a bunch of junk.
Yeah, he said 1,000 years, right?
Yes,
And then offers him a bucket.
You're gonna chuck into the bucket. I'll chuck into the bucket. Contents of the stomach in the bucket.
Alright, so how much of the fighting have you seen, Chumbawamba?
Let's see here. I tried to sit here and save the pretty boy prince. Bathtub got pretty wrecked. I had to sit here and repair it for a couple of cycles, so, I know the Fomorians are going to sit here and crash through the gate near sunset. The champion is going to be outmatched.
In this loop, have you noticed any choke points?
Oh, plenty. I just don't have enough oomph to do anything without repercussions.
So, if somebody was to make a magical barrier between a couple of those points, how much would that help you?
The problem is less of a barrier and needing a barrier strong enough to withhold the sheer amount of energy I can throw into an area. The only other thing we could do, I'm really good at animating things. If it's not destructive magic, I'm really good at animating things. Ever seen the entire contents of a tavern beat the hell out of a group of adventurers? It's great.
I think I'll pass on that one, because that'd probably be me.
I'm somewhere between pride and fear. Is that appropriate?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
When the chair with the arms holds you in the chair and, a stool starts beating you, it's actually quite common.
Alright.
I went to the Feywild. I still feel like I'm missing a whole bunch of magic education. A lot.
So we kind of want to filter them into one area and have a lot of things available that can be used against them.
We could watch the entire day play out from a safe place for once, just to see how things go. And also, he points over at, Moose Knuckle, also to see if this one repeats and remembers things or not.
Well, what are you guys talking about?
It's a time loop. So you're from outside of the time loop, but during the same time frame, you are either a part of the time loop or you're still under the effects of the magic and are going to forget every loop.
I'm not going to pretend to understand that. I'll leave that to you mages.
That's fair.
Well, okay, so we're going to... The best places then would be to try to get them into the tavern, into the street market. Or we could, and this is just spitballing, try to get them into the dining hall of the castle. Less people. Guards could potentially be gone by then. There's no telling how many of them we're going to have to face. I haven't seen all of them. Honestly, I don't even know how big their force is.
Dumb question.
There's no dumb questions. We're dealing with a hypothetical where we can continue to learn.
What happens if one of us from outside the bubble dies? I don't quite think that's ever been answered.
You mean Jimmy?
Because I don't remember if you met someone who's already been here and has died or not.
Jimmy has died several times. He only remembers the first 2 times he went through. He continues to make the same mistakes based off that information over and over again. Jimmy continues to go to the gate to try to sit here and help, and gets... What are those strange cake-like things that are extremely flat?
Pancake?
Ah, yes. He gets pancaked by boulders.
Nice.
He wouldn't be much help anyways. I've seen him in a fight. He's,
I didn't expect it to be.
He's actually a farmer. He's a farmer with more balls than most of the goblin farmers here, so it's awkward.
You probably should get that checked out.
Yes, probably should. I'm sure some of the
Sorry,
goblin doctors here would be able to help.
It's been a long time, and I have not been able to use that joke.
Oh. So what would you guys prefer to do? Just...
I want to watch and just see what happens and bide my time because, like I said,
Always want.
I think the closest place that would be safe up until the end would be getting to the top of the castle.
I mean, what's our chances of just staying here and watching stuff?
The farms get burned. Everyone gets slaughtered here. Yeah.
So our first thing is let's find a safe place to take a nap.
Sounds about right.
As I said, that starts around sundown, so there's enough time for you guys to take a nap, but it's going to be interesting, to say the least, soon.
Okay.
I definitely want recon the first time around, but I mean, there's no problems. Like, Victor, if you wanted to go and do something specific and try something out, there's nothing wrong with doing that, because what's the worst that happens? You fail and we restart. You still gained information, so I don't really mind if you decide to go against whatever I want to do, but
You gain information as long as you don't die.
True. All right. So if you die, then you repeat, essentially.
You repeat, and it's as if you never had that day. That's why I've been trying to see if after your death if it stops happening, but I stopped trying to save Jimmy. That seemed like a bad choice of energy, and like I was just going to continue to risk my safety.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So,
Okay.
So I assume if we just kind of like, wander off into a location where no one else is, hunker down, and then just watch, probably won't get bothered that much.
as I said, the best place would probably be the top of the castle, or top of the castle's towers, and hoping nothing sees us. I will say the Fomorians do end up, they do have a few conjurers, so it's going to be annoying.
What time do they typically end up at the castle?
Within the last few hours of the day. So it takes them a few hours to kind of get through the town, taking care of the populace and everything. From what I can gather from the locals, it was something about Jared not wanting to kneel towards King Ardov, and it was just... he decided to make an example out of the human Goblin King. I'm still trying to understand how a human became king of the goblins. It's weird.
I mean, I already gave up on that immediately.
So, we could try to get to the top of the castle. The only one that seems to retain their memory despite dying seems to be Jareth.
Have you seen the king yet? I mean, I feel like he would retain memory, but...
That's what I'm saying. He's the only one that seems to retain the memory. Despite dying. Every single time.
Then maybe we talk to him.
You feel like there would be he would have figured out how to solve this by now.
Yeah, it seems his main problem is not enough firepower. He doesn't want to accidentally kill his entire people. So he's kind of taking the L over and over again to see how many of his people he can save. So in a way, it's kind of a genius way of sitting here and doing the whole, I'm here to bargain, let's see how many souls I can save, and it's just not working out.
So, Poutine, what do you know of this Fomorian king?
Ardov? Brother to a mortal raised to godhood. Husband to a dying astral hag. Lich. King of the Fomorian kingdoms. Slowly trying to kill all of the gods to sit here and give the power that they have to his dying love. Thinks that all other races are inferior and should be subjugated.
I don't recognize him. Is that I do not have access to my character sheet. I just realized.
That's because I think we wipe him from history.
Yes. I agree.
Well, King Ardov is not here.
I was gonna roll on that to see if I can get information, but I realize that I cannot access my character sheet at the current moment because I am not on my home computer. I'm gonna figure that out in just a minute.
Okay.
So,
But at the current moment, if you could roll for me.
You're trying to figure out where.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck Aradov is and if I know of him in our timeline. I know it was 1,000 years ago, but this is like, this sounds like freaking like a god king. He should have lasted that long. So if there's a reference of him, I should possibly know about him.
In theory, yes.
Unless this is one of those situations of where the information about him is stricken from everything except for a looped reality.
Well, being that this is during that time, it's hard to technically remove him from current events unless certain methods are used. Certain.
This does not seem like the...
Now, I will give technically one other person a chance to roll as well. Because, Draven, you also were in a library that has very in-depth tomes at one point. But this topic will still be a pretty high up there roll. It will be a knowledge history. And then I will tell you guys what your guys' rolls.
16. Just a second.
So I do have this in varying levels.
21.
Okay. And Axis total was 17. Okay. So most of what you remember, since there was a Fomorian king, his name is... It seems mostly either mistranslated half the time or whatnot. It changes when translating. And there's question marks in a lot of the translations you guys have. Yours are all second hand. With 21, you found a lot of those texts as well, but you did find a copy of an original manuscript as well, Draven. You did kind of look into it and the differences between the Fomorian language as well as, Old Fomorian to try to understand what it was talking about. And it was talking about using some sort of antithesis to life to draw the energy from gods and allow him to imbue it into a star. But nothing about a lover or anything, just that something was about imbuing it into a star for some reason.
So, he was using a force antithetical to life to drain the god's energy and try to direct them into the star that is apparently his astral hag wife.
That's more or less same information I have, except for his name is stricken or mistranslated. If I have the correct thing, because I remember a Fomorian king and the name is just not coming to mind.
So he's not leading the incursion here.
No, he's near his oasis in the deserts.
So I agree with the theory that he's removed from history now, whatever this timeline is, because he doesn't exist in ours.
That can also be troublesome. Because that means anyone we set up as guardians there either keep it such a secret or they have died over those years.
It's either that or he was actually removed from history, and until we finish this loop, he doesn't actually occur back into history. Because this place is destroyed, and theoretically, when we finish the loop, it should just come back into reality.
Because this place, where it exists, isn't too far from home for me.
Do you think maybe we have a secondary issue then? Did you guys talk to the ones who made this and see if this will come back to our now or its now?
They said that it should be our now,
So
assuming that we finish the loop.
So there's going to be a massive displacement, including of nature.
They stated something along the lines of being able to peek at our futures. They can't see in here, but they do see apparently like the finalization of the loop.
They. You say they.
Who exactly were we talking to? Was that the Astral Hag?
No. That would have been the Time Hags.
Okay, no. So this was Fomorians, right?
Yeah, if you're talking to Fomorians. Oh, if you're talking about Hagatha, yeah, she.
Well, who told us to come here? It's been like 2 months.
That I can't remember. It was either I think it was Hagatha and them mentioned the village.
Because they said that we would be fine, and I don't remember the exact terminology used, but it was like, we peeked into your future and you come out of there, but
yeah. Was the three sisters?
don't know
with
what
them?
happened
I can't
in there.
remember. I can't remember if the three sisters were there or not. Because technically only two of you I know has met the three sisters.
My character hasn't. He just heard about them.
Yeah, you were off dealing with some other issue, and Thomas wasn't in the group yet.
Yeah, I was a little late.
Lycan, I think I found it. I was about to say, I cannot find my character sheet. I think I just stumbled into it. Yep,
should say 3.0, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the one. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the one that has all the dice rolling and everything in it. Ooh.
It's stupidly, I have my dice.
Yeah. You just had no access to your numbers.
Yes. Now I have access to the numbers and dice.
Yes. Okay. Yes, so the little sugar glider redneck's gonna sit back in his bathtub a second, kind of just scritch his own chin some and go, So our main problem is going to come into, this is going to pop up into the now, so it wasn't available then to do anything after the win anyways. So something still happens in the past that deals with Ardov. So we're not going to be able to help out Poutine here with any information on what that is. Or if he's actually taken care of.
Some way in this time. Because he's not in this loop, right?
No, he's not in the loop because he's technically not here. He's technically in his homeland. as Poutine said, in this time period, it's an oasis in a desert in a foreign country. The Fomorians are constantly invading.
I am going to write my memory using my spell to do so.
Okay.
And give a read memory card to our Moose Knuckle friend, as well as the goblin, so they can see what I can remember from my actual memory of the Book of Aradov type of stuff. Like, yeah, sure, it's not going to be perfect. I'm not literally going to be sitting there reading it, but it's like...
You mean the sugar glider? There's no goblin.
Looking at pages and stuff.
You mean the sugar glider? There's no goblin in the house with you guys.
I'm sorry, sugar glider. Chumbawamba.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know why I thought goblin. I was thinking the outside goblin. It's been a while.
So we have to get into the castle.
Okay. From your memory, they do not. It does not seem to jog any memory for either of them.
It's just a share.
Yeah.
Like this is exactly what I remember from the situation. Here you go. Like this is my brain dump, so you guys can be up on the same terms that I am.
Yeah. Question. You gonna share any of that information with anyone else in the party?
I mean, I mentioned that his name seems to have been stricken.
Oh no, I mean like any of the details that would be in it besides the, because there is a slight description of what the kingdom would have looked like.
I will share all relevant information. So, I mean,
Okay.
there's one other person who does know. So, why not? I will pass another memory ribbon basically over to Victor.
Okay. Because Thomas isn't going to have access to this. There is one person in the group that will have access to this role. Do you want to share it with Stella?
I'll share everything. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Stella, I need a nature check from you with advantage.
All right. Where's my nature?
sorry, I was trying to. I don't know what I didn't share there.
It's just
That's the problem.
it's just certain descriptions, and sitting here and having it at least written down from your memory will give full context clue on certain things.
I'm a character. I know what's up, but I can't metagame it.
With advantage?
Yes, with advantage. Knowledge nature.
Yes. 16.
You start reading it, and it's starting to sound real familiar, except for there's no oasis there. There's absolutely no oasis there. In fact, you grew up near there. And it jogs in your memory. This was actually the town that you and Azeroth actually killed the last of the bandits that killed your father.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I know this. I know this place. There's no oasis there.
Belmont Trove is pretty useful. Sad part is I have so many freaking books that I've skimmed through and read that I legitimately don't remember everything that I've read.
Jumbo, I'm just gonna look at all over and be like, so you know where this place is. And in our time, It's more than lost its glimmer of life then. Could it be that the entity that Ardav has created had sucked all the life out of the land then? Is he just needing more life to feed to this thing and stuck there? How was he sealed? I'll have to do some research myself when we get out of here. This is going to be interesting.
So what I'm hearing is we have a potential threat when we leave now. That's unrelated to this completely.
Could be a threat that we've had this entire time that nobody's known about. Or the people who do know about it has kept quiet about it.
You were right on top of it.
Judging from that fact, do I remember any details from it? Considering Stella's like, oh yeah, we were literally right there.
Yeah. It would start to jog back. In fact, not only does it start to jog back, you start to remember the clown and the strange motorbike.
Clown.
So I'm noting down a lot of this in my personal book I'm keeping information in.
Yeah.
See, like in that clown in real life was like 2 years ago.
I know. I know.
Couple of months in character, you know, but
Yep.
oh no, actually no, that was years ago for
For Azimuth too, so yeah.
However, I will note that unlike a storytelling thing that has happened in a D&D session, it has actually happened in real life to him.
Yeah.
A little easy to remember.
Yeah, that becomes one of those. Wait, that was the place? I was just focused on, the killing of people and, the clown, of justice, of vengeance. But, abandoned desert town from, a long-lost civilization is not really something people do a lot of notes on. Especially when your whole thing is, we're here to kill the bad guys.
That sounds about right.
How much exploring and research did you guys do of that temple that was near your family house?
Not enough.
So.
There's not living bad guys in there. No interest.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, that damn fucking clown. He fucked with my gun. I don't like him.
Clown that fucks with your gun. I don't know if I should be worried about this.
Yeah, you changed the form of it.
See, at least he's not
Like,
a
I
clown.
can't even do that.
I think I'm gonna find a spot to take a nap.
You guys gonna use the hut for the nap?
Yep.
It is an abandoned hut. So
My
take.
favorite kind.
Yeah.
It's an apple.
So what I'm hearing is we need to go visit the Goblin King, who's going to remember us, and that's kind of why I'm a little bit on the side of I don't want to do that right now. Because he'll remember us through the reboots. Which means we can help him, great. But the downside is as soon as we do that, we blow our cover. We're known that we're in here.
Unless he already has people looking around the town looking.
I mean, then we're fucked no matter what, but that assumes he would give that command every reset.
Yep. Or gave the command pre-reset. So
Which would be
anticipation.
weird.
Well, it would mean that he anticipated something, knew something was coming, but knew he couldn't do anything about it. If anything, it seems more like he did this for a stalemate than to avoid dying. He wanted a stalemate to protect his people.
He's trying to avoid his death as part of it.
I mean, it's the easiest way to sit here and loop it, because he could just sit here and... Smart bastard. Even if somehow he does survive, he would then just have to sit here and take his own life to sit here and save all of his own people. He literally could just reboot this infinitely to save everyone he can. He doesn't plan on letting anyone die if he can help it.
At
I
least
mean, that's a
for all
good thing,
himself.
honestly.
Snubble.
I didn't think I'd be able to do that if it was like, yeah, well, 90% of people live and 10% of them die. I'd be like, well, that's a good statistic. Good enough for me. Not much I can do there, besides doing this thousands of times.
Yeah, there's no telling what outcome he's looking for. I'll do some digging myself while you guys rest, see if I can get some information. See if there's answers to the outcome.
I believe, if I remember right, what was said to us was whoever went in during their time frame of when they went in to the bubble comes back out of it when it's done. If I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM.
Yes, to an extent.
So that means people who came in here 500 years ago pop up 500 years ago, live their lives like, they just had a weird loop.
Yes and no, unless the person technically dies during the last loop. That breaks it. Then they return as kind of a corpse. So one of those tricky things.
The other question is, does that change the time frame? Like, if someone passed who wasn't supposed to, does that change the current time frame from the past person? That's the weird time shenanigans. The other thing is, do they remember interacting with future people?
That's going to be the harder part. Technically, they would understand interacting with future people, but also understand that they were interacting with people from the past that were probably looking at them like they were fucking crazy. So, they also understand what the whole looking crazy thing is, and they're probably going to not want to talk to anybody about talking about the future. Furthermore, if anyone is in here in your guys' timeline, that means that they weren't there for histories. That means they weren't able to influence history, which means there might be rippling effects of anyone who is from like 500 years ago that survives.
Essentially, right the current moment, the stuff doesn't exist, but when the loop is rectified, it'll probably all of a sudden exist.
Mm-hmm.
So we might find a journal with a notice from someone who we met here going like, oh, hey, nice to meet you guys in a time loop. I'm going to be dead by the time you get this.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible. But it also means history is going to technically be a little bit different when we come back. But that's the stupid thing, is it also entails that that's always been that way.
In a way. technically you're from a timeline in which the things have not gone in, because there is still technically two timelines. The timeline where nothing ever happens and this just stays in perpetual loop. And the timeline that you guys are technically creating by breaking the loop.
Yeah.
It's the choice to do the action that's birthing this new timeline. It's like going back into the past and killing Hitler. Now, everything you remember about the past, theoretically, is all different.
Who's Hitler?
Yeah. You mean that Austrian painter that got killed by some strange guy? So, yes. It's the...
We have a person taking a nap. I want to survey the whole entire loop before things happen.
Yep.
Preferably not dying. But then again, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah. You guys have only been knocked down several times.
And in this case, I also can run quite a bit.
Well,
Just me.
Your escape capabilities is fairly high, but you also don't know the extent of how big this bubble is.
Yeah.
So there is a potential of a boundary that your character might just, There's no game content beyond this area.
Suddenly, Assassin's Creed.
Suddenly, some eldritch horror from the mist. Oh, there goes Azeroth.
No. Oh no, my pants.
I said eldritch horror. I didn't say tentacled horror. Come on.
I am a monster fucker, sir. There's one and the same.
But there's also no telling if or where the time loop is either. So, you guys have not found out if the time loop is technically its entire own demiplane or a demiplane within technically space and time existing somewhere. Which can be far more frightening.
Why do I imagine a Belmont is just sitting in here sipping tea somewhere?
Because it's you from an alternate time.
That would be very interesting.
It's you from another dimension.
Anywho. Yeah, we don't want the evil Belmont here, right? The serial killer Belmont.
I don't know. Stella might like two of me.
Yeah, but he was killing the other versions of... He was killing the other versions of you, though, so you might...
No comment.
Okay. So... You guys will rest, you guys, have semi-plans you guys will do. After your
share
guys...
with Chumbawamba the stuff that I have inside of my cards, for the most part. It's like,
You-
hey, I got a couple of supplies if we need them.
Okay, what all are you allowing Chumbawamba to see?
I'm mostly just kind of showing the cards and just kind of describing the contents.
Okay.
So
As
nothing's
long-
actually coming out.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Well, then there will be absolutely nothing weird to,
Oh, I forget. Did Katarina come with? Because I gave her a choice whether or not she wanted to come with.
Well, she's been hiding in your card.
Yes, but every time Azeroth is like, do you want to go with? In this situation, it's like, it's a time loop. Do you want to come or stay?
You know, actually, vampires would love a time loop. Do you know why? They find
Why?
that one very delicious vintage that they just want to keep on sampling over and over again. It's just like, wait, we can't kill this one.
I checked that card then, and I mean, she can come out anytime she wants to. So
Card seems perfectly normal. Yeah, seems absolutely normal. The cards have seemed actually unaffected.
so when he shows Chumbawamba that card, he just says, "Oh yeah, this is my wife too," and then just puts it away.
Aha, so we do pictures of our wives on cards.
Yeah.
You put your wife in a card, don't you?
Now, what would make you think that?
Uh,
That's crazy.
I
You're
don't
talking
really stares
crazy.
at him.
You're talking crazy right now.
I'm the one who made a bathtub that sits here and knocks people down.
Now, why would you go and do a
Get
thing
back
like
up
that?
again.
Because if they get back up again, it's not going to knock them down again.
I
Can't
can't
keep him
argue.
down.
It's great. You
I
just
can't argue it.
thump on the side and it just lets out a sound wave that knocks people down. It's great.
I guess I can't argue with that.
I call it my tub of thumping.
Now, hold on. I don't like that name.
Why not?
Remove the T.
Oh,
You understand.
That's exactly what I would have thought of.
You understand, right?
he looks underneath where there seems to be a drain pipe that's hanging there. Oh, and that looks very unfortunate then. On a clogged tub that somebody might accidentally think is the tub of humping.
You have to be very careful with your marketing these days.
Yeah. Give
I
new
guess
meaning to piping.
1,000 years from now. Okay. All right. Listen. I thought I was low class. Are we? What are we doing here? Come on.
I'm from a redneck area where we sit here and drink moonshine, and we play spoons and washboards. And you think that I'm not gonna sit here and go for that?
Man, times really haven't changed in 1,000 years, huh?
I'm from your guys' time. I've only been here for a couple of weeks.
Want to get the fuck out of this time period.
Even worse, they look at me because they haven't seen us Azuka gliders before, and they're just entirely confused.
I understand that.
But you know what the great thing is about us? Unlike the
What's that?
furry little animals that we're like, even the men have pockets. Even the men have pouches.
What?
He just
Wait a minute. Hold on.
he just opens his robes and puts his hand into a marsupial pouch right there in the front.
Whoa, man!
No,
He's got pants on, but he just like pulls out a notebook and a pencil, and he's like, "What?"
Listen,
He also pulls out a thing of lockpicks.
not everything about the body has to be inherently sexual, but we're seeing here is beautiful. I think you're beautiful.
It's because pockets are amazing.
Now, how do I get one of these?
But the belly pocket that a sugar glider has.
Myself, look, I got enough belly. All I need is the pocket. All right? Now, I need you to tell me exactly how to sign up for this.
Yeah, got some people back at the Sanctum who might be able to help you.
All right.
Well, you
Now
see,
we're
it
getting-
depends on how we're trying to do it. If we use your belly button, we could technically use that almost like the opening to a bag of holding. And that's
the
just
more
a
he
demi
speaks,
blade.
the more sour Thomas's face gets.
So it means you could literally just put your hand right in there and then pull out a revolver and blast somebody, then put it right back in there. Nobody's going to know that it's there. Who's going to suspect? Nobody's going to know.
Hey, listen, I've known you for a few hours now.
There's also the whole
My
lift and
opinion-
under thing.
I'm just saying that my opinion of you as a person has gone higher and lower, I think, in a very short amount of time, in a much more severe, peak and plateau than I think of any other person I've met in my entire life. And I just need you to know we're riding at a pretty comfortable 50-50 right now because I like what you're saying, but I don't like the execution.
Well, this is where I point out that the original things to sit here and make pocket things and bags of holding and that kind of stuff all came from Fomorians, and it wasn't actually used for storage. And you see Chumbawamba's face just kind of blank in expression for a second.
I have, in my time, knowing that magic exists, already experienced horrors beyond that of other humans' comprehension. And I think right now, the curiosity as I stare into the maw, into this abyss, is what would get most humans killed.
He pats him on the back.
I'm going to respectfully turn my back for a moment to get a mental reset, and then I'm going to continue this conversation. Hello. I appreciate your pocket. Thank you for showing me.
So, Fomorians used to use that magic to make love to gnomes and halflings
Yes.
and goblins without killing them.
See, I walked up to the abyss and I said, "No, abyss, I will not stare back into you." And then I turned away from the abyss, but the abyss was behind me. And so now, the abyss has confronted me. And
It's because if I have to know this, somebody else in the world must know this horrors. In fact, why was it the Fomorians who thought of it first? There are so many Yodenkin!
I'm exceptionally angry at this because now I feel like if I ask for the bucket, I'm kink shaming, okay? And I don't want to get in on that. That feels rude. I don't want to upchuck right now from the nausea
I
and
was
fear.
going to tell you that you haven't even scratched the surface of magic yet. We haven't gotten to bedroom.
I know.
And now here
I
we
know.
are.
And listen, I'm getting used to it. All right. I'm carrying a fuzzy magical dog book, and I love him. I love my little guy. I'm gonna scritch him under. I'm scritching him under his little chin on the back cover.
The tendrils just kind of reach out and start, flailing as if like limbs.
Yeah, exactly. And I love my little guy. All right. I can't believe I have a pet that also teaches me how to shoot fear balls, which is pretty cool. I like that. I'm trying to take it slow, but I'm getting acclimated. And then everyone's like, Thomas, let's just push you into the deep end now that you learned that magic is real 3 days ago. And I'm like, okay, I guess, sink or swim, right? But no, the deep end ends up being the actual Feywild. It ends up being a mirror version of the actual Feywild. And now I'm stuck in a fucking time loop talking about sex with gnomes. And I don't know what the... 5 days ago I had a pension.
Thanks for the follow. What timing?
Hey, thanks, Pipes. It's good to see you, Pipes. I love you. 5 days ago, I had an ex-wife, an alimony, and a pension, and now I'm doing my fucking best over here. Which oar do I grab on this lifeboat?
Wait. Okay, you're saying a lot of words I don't understand myself. What is a pension? What is alimony? And what do you mean ex-wife? Don't you guys... Don't they just kill you if they don't want to be with you anymore?
Oh, she could if she wanted to. But, I think she just thought I was pathetic. So, she just kind of left it at that.
Well, wait until she finds out what you've been doing. She's gonna be kicking herself.
The politics of the human realm 1,000 years from now outlaw magic pretty disdainfully. Or
I know.
Believe it exists. Right. Yeah. I think that might drive her over the edge to kill me, knowing that I've become what's the technical term? Warlock? Or is that a different universe? Sorcerer.
You're just...
Initiate.
You're just a magic initiate. If you want to talk about warlocks, they tend to come with certain gifts. For you to become a warlock, you usually get that gift either from birth worth, or?
I got a book full of tentacles, and that was a gift.
No. These are gifts like being able to watch somebody cast a spell and then quite literally learn it.
Oh, well, let's see if I'm one of those. Do
Get
something-
hit by a
not-
spell, get hit by a spell and absorb it. Not taking the damage, but just you now learned how to do it.
Okay.
Stab somebody to death and you get it. Eat their heart, get it.
Okay, hold on, wait. I was following the magic thing, and then stabs. So, can you explain?
Oh! Okay, so the stabbing of them. That's a warlock weapon. They naturally are designed based off of who you are as a individual. The ones that have this gift, when you kill an enemy with the weapon, it absorbs a power of theirs.
Okay, absorb the power. Sorry, I thought you meant I absorb their heart, and I get it.
No. The eating the heart thing is
Okay.
the more extreme and feral warlocks will eat the heart and gain powers of that entity's race.
Okay, understood. So, like, if I was to eat, no offense, Azeroth, I don't think I could ever beat you in a fight and eat you. But if I was to eat Azeroth, maybe I'd get like some dragony bits.
Yes, as well as all the weaknesses of anything that could kill dragons will hurt you more, but at the same time you'll also possibly get something like breathing moonlight or whatnot.
Okay, all right. Azzy,
Victor gives
wanna
up
test it a
taking a
little bit?
nap.
Azzy is going to be rolling to not audibly sweat.
just a nibble. I mean, just a scale even.
You'll also inherit 10 packs and 15 people that want to kill you.
Let's.
Okay, never mind.
Well, nobody said you inherit that stuff, unless for some reason it's a blood pact, and then it does sit here and... I've never really heard of a warlock eating somebody who had a blood pact, so it does make it quite difficult.
Hold on. Another question here. Azeroth, are any of your marriages blood pacts? I may not want to inherit that baggage.
I look over at Stella and just kind of give a big shrug. I have no idea, actually.
It's
We-
kind of
we
weird. You
saw
don't
the
know
wedding
that from
after the wedding.
Okay.
I mean, there was any blood that I remember anyway.
Okay, that's promising. I just feel like
we did,
inheriting
I mean,
blood is a lot for me.
I mean, we did kind of
right? Like,
die from alcohol poisoning a couple times, but I don't think that's related.
okay.
Now, that might
Okay.
actually count as a blood sacrifice of sorts. Technically, a life was lost, but then
Yeah.
was brought. If you died from
All I
alcohol
would say is,
poisoning several times, how did you guys get brought back?
All I have to say is 18 did not sweat out loud for everyone to notice.
Okay, another question. If I were to eat him, would I get alcoholism?
You don't. You wouldn't get anything like alcoholism or anything like that.
Okay, so that wouldn't be considered a power or whatever. What I get is alcohol tolerance, because that might be. I mean,
But
You might get alcohol immunity.
okay, that's pretty scary.
depending on
know?
what race you devour, I mean, there are some that are more resistant to alcohol. Why are you trying to find a way? You do know that you'd have to find a warlock patron that would be able to give you that gift, right?
Listen, I'm just talking academically about what would happen if I ate Azeroth. That's okay.
Right now, since you don't seem to have those gifts, nothing. You're just eating your friend.
So I would just get the powers of indigestion.
Most likely, he's got a lot of fur on him and everything.
He looks down at himself. I'd like to think I'd be pretty tasty, though.
Okay, Captain Donner, chill.
You notice Thomas eyeing you?
So just that's just a blank expression.
I was about to say, Azeroth turns a little bit and kind of wiggles his butt.
Ah, yes, here we have the rump roast of a draconian. Best served
Thomas
medium rare.
audibly laugh. You know, this has been a great distraction from
I'm going to bite you now.
Oh, God.
Victor walks over to Patine.
Bean looks down at you and is like, are they always this lively?
Well, the human has been on a permanent existential crisis since I met him.
That's true. And that's fair. That's not a description I'll argue.
Azanoth is chaotic.
And can't keep it in his pants.
That's why you have
is true.
3 wives.
Just so learn how to heal STDs.
So, do you know who's working with the ferryman in this timeline? Because my grandfather had that role as his champion for a while.
The ferryman. There's a lot of people who've worked with the ferryman. He's been one of the constants that have been making contracts for ages. I did a few jobs for him.
So, do you know if there's a Coburn working with him currently?
No, there's not. Coburn's... That name does not sound familiar.
It will be. It'll be. Well, Coburn's and apparently
Belmont.
Belmont go hand in hand pretty heftily through history.
Yeah. I know my grandfather had ended up doing a lot of work for the ferryman in the future.
Actually, wait, Coburn.
We have
There is
Argenberg,
one.
Belmont, Colburn, Hargrove. Remember, right?
There are 2 brothers, very young. One of them joined Bonderville's little faith and adventurers thing recently. Huh.
Mhm.
He had something that he had to take care of, and he was trying to help out with the issue we're having with the Brine King. We're trying to put him to sleep.
Yeah. That's history I'm familiar with.
So, you're related to those youngins.
Yep. About 1,000 years into the future.
Well, I'm glad to see that they live. It's
Yeah.
troublesome that the Belmont lives.
Hey,
Something
Is it troublesome?
something is not right about it. Since he
Oh.
changed the family name and started this other stuff, it's like something dark has taken hold.
I pull another memory card out and hand it to him of the first Belmont. Is it this guy?
He kind of looks it over and is like, he barely aged. He's a little bit older, but he hasn't aged that much.
Oh, he's definitively extremely evil in our time frame.
Oh. And doing anything to him in this time frame would potentially cause issues.
Yep.
Thank you for that, Curse, because now I don't know what I'm supposed to do dealing with him.
Deal with him after he has offspring.
A lot of talk about bloodlines. What are the Hargroves doing right now? Anybody know?
Setting up a still.
Oh. Yep. That sounds about right.
Hargroves, Hargroves. You see, most humans don't quite have surnames.
Just yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The ones that do have surnames, it's usually because of nobility in that. I don't know any Hargroves off the top of my head, but it does sound similar to one of the settlements. There's a
I
human
was
settlement.
expecting you to say, yeah, the bunch of farmers or something. I'll take a settlement. All right.
I-
A township. Mayor Hargrove. Pretty cool.
more of Mayor of Hargrove.
Oh.
I think there's anyone with that surname. I know there's the town of Sour, which does have a noble family called the Krauts.
Oh. Okay.
Frank has been kicking up some magic. They're not too far from Hargrove. I might be able to visit them. And if this location is going to appear in your time frame, I should be able to meet back up with you guys.
Yeah. More than likely, you'll be able to meet back up with us when they come out.
1,000
But-
years isn't a lot for me.
He croaks an eyebrow. I'd be dead in 1,000 years.
Yes, the fleshy thing, I forget.
Surprised we're not dead now.
Give it time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair.
Say Draconians live what, 200 years?
Oof.
Yeah, about 200, 300 years, yeah.
Say 200. I was gonna guess 200, about maximum, and then it's like old man dragon.
Yeah, at that point you're old man dragon and you're dragging it on the ground usually.
I love the feeling of the grass.
I'm talking about the tail.
Oh, I'm sorry. That too.
Well, we need to recon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the funnier part. It's like, wait, you guys get 200 years? Humans, cheetah people. Wait, you guys get more than 100? Sweats. Actually,
I'm gonna be lucky to get 70.
yeah.
Victor just scratches the side of his face and kind of looks out the front door.
So, I'm sorry to point this one out, but the elf is probably older than your entire lifespan.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, yeah, that sounds right. Probably older than my father. Probably older than my father's father's father.
Victor, you got an estimate of how old you are?
Probably younger than he thinks.
I mean, don't look a day over 100 to me.
I'm probably closer to your age.
Actually, I think Azeroth was 30 at this point. I forget. I had his timeline written down.
Like, when we create above game, when we created these characters, we didn't really have a bunch of lore, so I put him in like early 30s.
Okay, so he's actually like still. That's
So-
even scarier. That's like a teenager.
Victor's a kid, man.
Everyone's been imagining Victor as an adult. He's actually a teenager with a growth gland issue. I just look older. shouldn't even be drinking yet.
He's like, I'm 17, man. But yeah, you can rework that.
Actually, I kind of find that funnier. Everyone else is actual adults. The elf, everyone's like, yeah, they've got a... Wait, you're a kid compared to normal elves?
Mhm.
What do you mean
Hasn't
you're...
even had that time dilation effect yet.
Yeah. Where time just stops for some reason. It's like, yeah, and then, like, for the next, 100 years, I'm not going to age any.
I was saying the other
dad's
one, where
only
you
like
start to,
100 my dad's like 140. I thought he had me late, but apparently not. That's what
I was
happens
gonna
when you
say
grow
the
up.
other one of where you sneeze and a year passes.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it, Azzy. How strong were you at like 17 years old?
Managed to dip on my family.
So by the time I'm like 900 years old,
Yep.
that could be scary.
I mean, I hope I live to see it, but we'll find out.
Yeah, you keep doing what you're doing, you might.
On this timeline, I would say, Poutine, you're what? 235? One of the oldest of my species. I might have done a little thing where I participated in a party and might have ascended. Drank the wrong cup, you know.
Looks over at
I
Stella.
reckon you-
We're still trying to figure out what happened about, 6 weeks roughly of our time in the Feywild. So,
Yeah.
Azzy, Zini happened.
oh, I know, and so do practical jokes happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zini! Wait, you good? Zini's still around and kicking? You know-
Yeah,
You know how many people have been trying to kill that guy?
I don't think any of them have even remotely been successful by the point that we're at.
There was one point they did seal him away for about 30 years. When he got out, he went on a drinking binge.
I can only imagine.
Because apparently time was still passing, so for 30 years he had no drink. No music. No nothing.
How do we get to a point where we can observe things?
Well,
Looking at him.
Well, we can't see anything here, and the sun's starting to set.
Yeah.
Will be dangerous shortly, yeah.
so what is your guys' plan? Stand on the castle and watch the siege? Try to find some way to not be interacted with?
That's mine. I want to just not be interacted with for a little bit while I figure out what to do with this whole loop.
There's interacting with the one thing that does seem to sit here and make everything not perceive you within the time loop.
He raises an eye ridge.
What's that?
It seems to be 3 women in the same position at once, and it flickers between them and their voices shared.
You're thinking what I'm thinking.
Do you happen to have their names? Even one of their names.
I believe they said they were Sage, Time, and Rosemary. They said them all at once, so I don't know if I misheard something.
That's all good. They probably know who we are.
Maybe.
I'm
They
almost
seem
certain.
they seem to be disconnected. What little I've gathered, they're not the people, but a representation of the curse. And thusly, by interacting with the embodiment of the curse moving around here, for some reason it dilates the area to where people don't see you. It's weird.
Well, let's say everyone. Do we risk it? Go observe things at the source, watch some stuff, or do we, for now, just not die?
Can we do both?
I think it might be an idea to speak with the hags, but we need to do something.
Let's speak with the hags this round. So then we remember what happened. We are able to witness a reset without any problems. And then we can go to the castle. Upon the early morning, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a plan.
Because I want to see kind of what happens to Moose Knuckle. He might forget literally everything.
You want the patron level entity to try to dance around and not die.
You're not going to come with us to the...
I mean, I could, but wouldn't that sit here and make your data on? It would add too many extra variables.
If you survive the reset, not necessarily if. I mean, it would adjust it, but I don't want to sit here and just throw you out there. You could actually die here.
You think the Fomorians are that strong?
I mean, I'm not trying to say that you're weak. I'm just saying that I'd rather not throw you in harm's way without you being on board for that. I'd rather, experiment carefully. I don't even know what happens to us yet. I just know that we reset. I haven't witnessed it yet.
You know what? We have the patron level. What do you think we should do, Poutine?
I was gonna let you guys do your thing, and I was gonna see what chaos I could cause. I was sent to help, and I want to see exactly how my magic works on these guys. Being, I'll be honest, I'm going to have to fight similar guys once I get back to my timeline, anyways. So getting some practice of beating them up is going to be hilarious.
I mean, assuming you remember the reset and everything, I'll be looking forward to seeing you in our time frame a while later.
Yeah. It's being shoved via book teleportation to here. And you guys have to come through some sort of, portal?
Yeah. It was it's not a lighthouse. What was it?
Windmill.
I will follow you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is just a generally pretty fucked situation. I think whatever we do, as long as we go into it with a plan and together, and I don't get left behind, I'm happy. So.
Okay. So you guys are going to set out to find, the echo of sorts, the cacophony, the embodiment of the time loop.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Time fuckery.
Yep.
Now the thing is, only two of you have actually seen what these three ladies actually look like.
Yep.
So only two of you will be able to. Well, no, actually, because of what? Yeah, I'll have Nyx and Axe. You will roll normal for perception. Draven, Stella, you're going to sit here and roll with advantage because you have met them, so you know what you're looking for. Now, the reason why the other two are going to get to roll is because there's certain effects that are happening technically to these ladies that
13.
yeah, that as long as
I
you
get a +8 total. Sorry, go ahead.
you get a +8.
If I'm looking at skills total, right?
Oh yeah, holy, yeah, that's a +8.
17.
So 17, 13. What was yours, Nyx?
14.
14.
Give me a second. That is based on wisdom, correct?
Yeah,
That's based on wisdom, correct?
yeah, that is based off wisdom.
I'm rolling. I think it's loading. That'd be a 35.
Excuse me.
I rolled a 9, a 10. I got pretty good. It says 35 on my thing. Did I? 32. Sorry, I didn't realize I had sub skill selected as well.
Wow. Yeah, because you got a 10 and a 9.
Yeah.
You almost
I got
crit
a
it.
big modifier. Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, you know, I don't want to toot my own horn.
Go big or go home, I guess. Okay.
I don't have a home to go back to.
Yeah, so looking around, it just everything seems fairly normal, but Nyx, you do look around and you see a woman, and you don't know why, but it's to us we would see it like almost like the flickering of a TV switching between multiple images at once. And you're seeing this kind of like staticky flicker between a little girl, a middle-aged woman, and an old lady
Okay.
standing in the same spot and moving around, just looking over the shop stalls and some flowers and just moving towards a little cathedral off to the side.
Guys, you guys are seeing that, right?
And you guys will all see this after having been pointed out. The weirdness.
Hey, what the fuck kind of magic is that?
I mean, there's technically one person, but also not. It's
Yeah,
try not
mean,
to think
that's-
too hard about it.
I'm
Sage, rosemary, honey.
it's kind of hard not to think a lot about it, if I'm honest with you.
They're like temporarily displaced, or
Temporally,
whatever.
what, you mean to say this
Whatever.
individual doesn't have, they're not stuck in time like the rest of us?
Well,
They
when
are
we- when we-
time.
yeah, they are time,
What?
past, present, and future.
What are you talking about?
Like I don't like I don't understand it. It's just
What kind of people are we? Sorry, what kind of people are we looking for here? I know we were looking for three sisters.
Have you ever heard of Greek mythology?
What?
Kind of like the Fates.
Okay, all right. I guess that woman's a fate.
More or less, yeah.
Okay, weren't we
They
looking for
exist
three?
at the same time, past, present, and future. and witness and see all of those at the same time, including the different forks in reality. So it's strange.
So
And I don't know why they're here, technically.
if she's past, present, and future. Oh, wait. So all three of them are past, present, future, not just this lady.
They flicker between them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so
the
does that
same
mean
person.
she already knows that we're going to make contact? Or are we planning on making contact with her?
We'll see. Due to the time stuff here, maybe she doesn't know.
But she
recognize it.
isn't she time?
Victor's gonna walk forward.
I really hope you know what you're doing. I'm going to follow.
So you guys follow the flickering entity towards the cathedral. And she's just standing there, and you hear the little girl's voice kind of call back to you guys. Finally, I've been waiting forever for you guys. I
Ah,
know
see, that's
when this
cute.
started, I saw you all.
Hey,
Yeah, of course.
I actually, I don't know you. I
But the way
promise.
I know you, we have known you for ages. Or have I known you yet?
No,
I'm not sure I like that, guys.
Thomas, they're fine.
Okay.
Not everything needs to trigger a crisis, buddy. We
Sometimes
Yeah,
living
no,
in the
you-
moment is the only thing we can.
See, if you have met them now, you have met them in the future. So they know you.
Okay. Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. Trust me. It's just as weird for me.
No, I mean, I get it. I mean, like, her entire existence is sort of like living through the entirety of the circle of time that her entire life takes, takes the place of, right? If we're living through linear time as individual points along the line, then she gets to take the whole line. Like, she is the line. I get that.
Time is
Technically,
more
it's the
like
first time
a
with me meeting her.
time is more like a puddle.
Yeah.
It's not really
yeah,
linear.
okay.
It goes from droplet to droplet. And sadly enough, this puddle is isolated from the puddle you know.
So this is just okay. So it's not like we went back to a different part of the puddle. We're in a different puddle.
Yes, this time loop is its own sort of puddle, so to speak. While the me that you guys would know is more like an ocean. More access to infinite points and probabilities and time. I just have the up until now and the continual of the loop.
Question. Am I to understand that our goal here is to connect the puddle back to the ocean? Drain
Yes.
the water or whatever? Okay. And do you know how we might do that?
Save the king.
Right. Right.
So you've watched all of the attacks. Has it always been the same through every loop? Meaning, are the Fomorians becoming aware of what is going on?
There's one. Their shaman seems to be reacting to any outside influence that happens. He seems to be more than happy to keep this going. From what I've been able to tell, he seems aware. But he's unburdened by the fact that this would be infinite. It's almost like a game to him.
Well, from what I understand, is if he wins the game, he gets to slaughter the kingdom. If he loses the game, then he gets almost no one.
Yep, which just causes a infinite loop.
Yep. All right. Well, we are here to observe for one time loop. Was hoping for that, but I understand we cannot really get true guidance from you because there's too many different options.
Yes, and the only benefit that you have right now is this conversation is unseeable, as far as I know, even to this shaman of theirs.
The only request I have is, do you know a place that is safe aside from right here from things coming through, assuming we want to sit and make plans and not get slaughtered in the process? A base of operations, if you will.
There is a hut on the edge of the woods, not far from here. It is still within the realm, and is a mirror of what you guys would be familiar with. The us that would be there, they are not there, because they went on with time. It remains untouched, unscathed, unknown about. But using this may also alert the shaman of its presence.
So use it carefully and sparingly. Got it.
Yes.
And to gesture to the rest of the party, this is one of the reasons why I did not want to go straight to the king. Assuming the shaman was there, we would be known about on the first cycle.
And the shaman seems to have a divination spell going.
Absolutely no alertiness of our arrival.
He probably does, but he doesn't know where you guys are now. Which does begin to pose another potential headache for me. I warned Chumbawamba about that myself, about the longer things are going missing or not seen, the more likely that the shaman will identify that I exist.
So don't bother you too much. Understood.
A time or so was fine, but coming and going may be problematic. It may lead to discovery. Once you're outside of my sphere of influence and aren't interacting with me, there's a chance that you will kind of give my location away. That's why I keep moving, so that this thing cannot see me.
It sounds like we need to take out the shaman.
Only for him to come back the next time.
Take him out early enough.
He does join the assault on. Getting the jump on him might be the tides that need to turn, but means that you might have to push for a attack on the castle to happen. You have to push them to not want to kill the villagers at that point. Could be an interesting way to do it, make them come in unprepared. Leave their flank open.
Technically, could kidnapping the king and bringing him to the cabin to last through a night break that loop?
No.
There goes that idea.
His death to these individuals is part of it.
There's another thing. Victor, he wouldn't agree to that. If we were to leave all of his people to die while he survives, he wouldn't accept that, from what I understand. He's stubborn in the way of this battle's already been lost, and he's trying to change the outcome.
And he was hoping by committing to a time loop with a instance that things could come through, he could get that help eventually.
And we are that help.
So, what point into the night does the shaman join?
He joins at the siege at the castle.
Like 9 p.m., 10 p.m.?
Probably varies.
You see her kind of blankly staring off. Interesting. So you guys use numbers for time when you are from. Most interesting. Things have changed a lot since I've been created here. It is shortly after. They take a couple of hours to burn the entire kingdom down and try to remove all of the goblins and other entities around here.
So, are we looking at it wrong and we need to save the townsfolk?
Well, there are many ways you could save them. You could try to kill the force yourselves. You could try to force the forces to go to the castle first instead of going after all the people. You could set up traps. It's all up to you. I have the difficulty of only being able to converse with those who've come through. And the difficulty of that making them disappear temporarily, as if warded off. I cannot interact with anything. I cannot influence anything. It is frustrating that we created this way.
You can't do anything to drag the needle across the record. You have to let it play.
Yes. It is.
If you look at the others, do we have anything we could even use to set traps?
We probably rig something up.
Right, so...
Victor, you have a racial thing.
Hunter's trap.
You've had that for ages. You just haven't gotten to use it. So
Well,
yes.
I've had other stuff almost from the start.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys do have to your disposal on your character sheets, as well as technically resources across the town. As the day is dwindling, you guys are looking at mostly just reconnaissance today. You will probably have to start doing things tomorrow, which means you're going to have to watch people. Well, Jimmy's going to have to become a pancake one more day.
That's fine. Jimmy can be a pancake. Jimmy's a pancake every rotation, so no big deal.
The first two he wasn't. He just really wants to sit here and go from Jimmy and be named Jack.
I mean, still really doesn't feel like
Does he
any of that's
flap?
awful. Does he flap?
Yeah, flapjack.
He will once you peel him off the road.
Call it a Slim Jim, call it a flapjack.
Yeah, he looks a little crepey.
I don't want to laugh at that.
Besides, at the current moment, I've gone through some mana. It'd be a good idea to have a nice rest.
And we should take a pause here as well. This is about the halfway, so quick bathroom break, drinks, all that stuff. Okay. So we'll be right back momentarily.
But yeah, I literally.
here we are. Da, 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 da. Oop. Okay, we need something other than this. Because it sounds like we have some shenanigans going on.
That we do.
Meow.
All right. Are you capable of helping us any, or are you just an echo here? I don't want to assume capacity. I just want to more or less figure out what we can do to help without getting wrapped up in stuff in a negative way.
I am unable to interact with things further than communication. I am unable to be perceived, and so are my surroundings. So things interacting with me cease to exist to divination. I can go where I want. I don't know if there's going to be some sort of capability of trying to pierce my veil. That's why I've stayed away from the shaman this entire time. Beyond that, the simplest way to sit here and explain myself is I am a moat, a sentient moat. I am I am the time loop. So when I return to the ocean, I return with every single variant of this day that has passed.
That's going to be an interesting shock.
So you could walk with us into the castle, and it'd be kind of you wouldn't be able to, like, nobody would be able to notice us moving through.
Correct. It would be a field of invisibility as long as we are interacting.
Brief question, general question. What happens during a reset? Do we show back up at where we came in, or do we just persist where we're standing?
You will show back up where you came in.
So we can go watch things and then show back up where we came in and still technically potentially have a problem.
How so?
I don't know how to explain it. Sorry.
We would be right back at the windmill.
Yeah, we'd be back at the windmill, and we would still have to figure out how to get up to the castle.
You'd be back at the windmill at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
We need the vantage point to see where everything is, to see how the battle flows.
We're just trying to do reconnaissance at the moment, but it would be nicer if we stayed in the castle through and persisted through the reset. However, I don't think that's possible. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
There might be a way, but it would be quite troublesome to do.
I think we should leave troublesome alone if we can avoid it.
Yes.
Out of character, I am so sorry. My stomach just turned. I will be back as soon as I possibly can.
Okay. Do we need to take a pause here just in case? Or?
It just hit me after the pause, unfortunately. I shouldn't be too long,
Okay.
but So I don't want to derail everything. I'll be right back.
So,
Yeah, I think we go find a good vantage point for the night.
because
And worry about.
I do know the one way you might be able to stay in the castle is through some shenanigans. Jareth can actually put people into his magic orbs.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that you would be inside the magic orbs during this entire event. He could just let you guys out back at the castle.
And if we talked to him while you were present, the shaman wouldn't see the conversation.
Nor would see you guys go into the spheres.
Victor looks over at Thomas and Stella. What do you guys think?
Mm. Pretty dangerous, I feel. I don't know.
But if we can avoid perception by the enemy shaman and start tomorrow from inside the castle already,
It's pretty, I mean, advantageous for sure. My only thought process here is like, if this shaman already knows about resets and whatnot, uh, who's to say he doesn't have some sort of, I don't know, eyes on the inside when it comes to changes? You know what I mean? She made it sound like the shaman, had magical insight into the fact that things are changing. Maybe, maybe this is a misinterpretation. So you could tell me what you think here. But it kind of made it sound like he's not necessarily living through the changes the way that we would, but he has knowledge of it because he's a shaman and he's got like cool magic stuffs. And that would lead me to believe, I guess, that he would know about anything that seems off or isn't supposed to be there for whatever.
but he wouldn't think that somebody would get into a magic sphere. He knows we're here, but does not know where we are, and he cannot look to see us right now because we are in a blank space within a field of time in her presence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we go into one of those bubbles, it's like another blank space. And he could not see us. So in theory, we could watch the battle or go into a sphere, kind of see how everything plays out, and then that next day come out of the spheres and do what we gotta do.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm down. I just let me get some buy-in, right? Let me get some buy-in from you guys. Something goes south, or some evil guy, or someone we don't think is evil, but maybe is an evil guy, says some perhaps kind of suspect thing that gives us an inkling that perhaps they know the future. No patience for it. We just come out swinging, okay? I don't want to be part of some evil villain's big monologue for any of this. I don't want to take any chances. We come out swinging, okay?
I'm not sure I like the idea of being like in a bubble. Or whatever. That said, it's not a bad idea.
It's a guy like
you're right though. You're right, though. We do need to be ready to act if we need to.
Yeah.
I just got a feeling when it comes to this sort of wibbly wobbly, like we don't know who knows that they're being reset or something like that. You know, someone's gonna try to catch us unawares with knowledge that we don't have, right? And we're new here to the time reset nonsense, so we don't know, you know, who knows what about what.
Like,
Thomas,
if
a
we
lot
kill-
of the
if we
time we swing and then ask questions later.
All right,
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm thinking if we kill the shaman, will he remember in the next loop?
If we kill the shaman and then fail to save the king, so we get another reset, is he gonna be mad next time?
I think there's a percentage, so to speak, of how much you do remember and don't remember if you do actually perish.
Okay. Okay.
I from my understanding of this, a strong soul is needed to persist through. And if you don't die, then you will remember. But if you do die, you have a chance of forgetting, from what I'm getting at.
Okay. Okay.
At least my understanding.
Yeah, I'm still in for the bubble. I'm still in. Put me in the bubble.
So you guys are wanting to talk to Jareth to be put inside the bubble before the final confrontation.
I wouldn't move the king into the bubble at all.
No, you guys, not the king.
Us.
The king is the one that has to put you in the bubble.
I'm confused. I missed what the bubble is because I was AFK.
He is a sphere mage. Much like
Got
your
it.
cards, he can put you inside of spheres.
And the bubbles allow us to not be perceived. It's like we don't know what your cards hold until you show us, one way or the other.
Gotcha. I just missed that context because
Yeah.
His bathroom. Yep. We get it.
I take it we've traveled to him.
No. Still talking amongst each other and to the essence of time.
Yeah, we gotta go see him now.
I just debate the question as well. If I put someone on a card, do they persist past? Because it seems like objects do, considering our sugar glider friend stated they had to take care of the whole their tub.
Oh, you mean things staying inside your cards? Yes, they will stay inside your card during resets.
Mm-hmm.
Then you could pop them out. And technically, and this is the worst part, it is that one from that part of the time loop because the reset hasn't hit that person or that object.
Yeah, does that technically mean I could remove people from the reset by just taking them through another one?
Technically, yeah.
I love breaking things. I will cherish this thought, but not do it at the moment. Alright.
You're thinking putting the king into a card.
I don't think that'll solve anything at the moment.
Hmm.
I'm fairly certain he remembers every reset perfectly.
Yep. Every agonizing detail.
So I don't think we need to worry about taking him through a reset.
Yeah, let's walk that way.
So you guys are going to head towards the king in the throne room, technically, going with the time essence.
Yep.
As long as the time essence is careful to not be perceived by the shaman.
That's the thing. You guys are mentioning that. Can I get a perception check?
Yes, you can, Dad.
Nine plus 5. 14.
I got a 25.
See, and I put some skill points into perception.
Thomas has maxed out wisdom and intermediate.
Yeah. I feel like those are the only things he would be good at. He's a detective.
So we have an 18, a 25, what was it?
Looking for it.
14 for me.
Oh wait, no, I have a special thing.
17.
Hunter's gaze. So, so actually, it's the hunter's gaze is going to be 20.
I'll allow that. Usually you would have to activate it beforehand or whatnot. Okay. So
17.
the DC was gonna be 18, so 2 of you have passed. You do notice looking around that there are, now that you're inside of this strange bubble, there are eyes seeming to be everywhere on certain buildings in certain spots, almost as if somebody's using them to see the location remotely. But every time, yeah, well, the entire area. But whenever one passes into the bubble, it seems to kind of glass over.
Oh. Great. So I guess that means it worked, right? Pretty good.
She stops
some
and
stuff.
looks at you and is like, "What were?" Huh. Well, that's interesting. I never noticed those.
Okay. Damn, this is a scary time loop. Are time loops usually this scary?
They can be. I was created after we've only created 2 other time loops, and one of them was against an eldritch horror that kept on sitting here and swallowing an entire civilization, so... It can be quite frightening. Another one was a party that somebody didn't want to ever end.
Was it zany?
No, it was not Zany.
I feel like it would be.
It was his cousin Zany.
That's not even his cousin. That's an adopted cousin. That guy's a pixie. We don't mess with. He's a Manixanic pixie. But no,
Sweet.
no. So, yeah. So you have now made the essence of time here aware of the thing that's watching everything. Or things.
All that tells me is that not only do we already given away that, you know, we're here, but also that means no vacation for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
What? If you guys would have went to the bar and seduced a barmaid, you guys would have just been sitting here and letting the shamans...
I was just thinking, it would be nice to take a couple of days off of our
Yeah.
adventure spike that we've had, but it seems like that's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
If we're not careful,
Yeah,
we
but
get
that's-
stuck in a time loop of repeating the same deaths over and over again.
Poor Jimmy.
Yep. Dormammu, we've come to... So yeah, I think we figure out what they do tonight, and then tomorrow, flashbang.
Oh, we're going to do one of those. Got it.
Down on the ground, hands in the air!
Sounds like a party.
You see, for that to work, you have to know where the bad guys are.
Mm-hmm. We learn that tonight to some degree.
And tomorrow on Tom Clancy's Rainbow Siege 6.
I was going to say Splinter Cell.
Or any of the Rainbow Six, like, ones where they have hostages instead of the terrorists. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, Splinter Cell was a stealth game.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Okay. So you guys do get to this castle, and you get to the throne room. In the throne room, you see carpets leading to chests and armoires, and what looks like doors and armoires and chests on the ceiling and the walls, on pillars. Like, there are walkways that seem to go across, and like there are chests literally on the side of some of them where it should be falling to the ground, but it's not. There is a strange water feature in a special room that's just a orb of water just rotating around as if just constantly being pulled by some sort of gravitational force that's just swirling it around.
So we're in a tesseract with a water black hole.
Not really a water black hole. It's just the water is the same amount of water just moving around like a central point of gravity with like two axes for some reason. As if there's a disk between it. But there's even mirrors at the end of some of these carpets, as if for some reason those are things that you're supposed to be able to walk into. And you just see this very flamboyant blonde man standing there with 3 orbs in his hand, and he just looks over at you all and is like, "Oh, you're new?"
My only out of character question is he Fushigiing them?
Yes. The torsion
Understood.
is very true.
Okay. Yes, we
Yes,
are relatively new.
We were sent.
Go ahead, Victor.
Yeah, we were sent in to try to help solve your problem.
My problem. How long has it been?
Well, they
Oh,
do have a
our
very-
timeline is about 1,000 years in the future.
Sounds about right. That's how many times I've died.
We came in through the windmill.
Okay. Okay. So you're here to solve this. What's your plan? If you're here to solve this, you have a plan, right?
Unfortunately, there's no way for us to see inside, so we kind of are making it up as we go along.
Yeah, that's how everyone's had to do it.
This is our first time around the bend, you know. So
This is our first time around the loop, so we were wanting to kind of observe and then come up with something to do. We were thinking of ways that we could kind of observe, but not necessarily be observed. Doing the observing, and our friend here gestures at above table. Which one of the time hacks is this?
It's flickering between all three, and technically it's none of them. It is technically the aspect of
Okay.
the time loop. It is the moat of the time loop.
Victor's like just gonna gesture to kind of where the moat flickering is. Our friend here mentioned your spheres could kind of hide us.
Well, that is true. Now the question is, which sphere would I want to use? My usual ones I walk around with would not be ideal because too small to put all of you in. There is the water sphere. There is the lighting sphere in the center of the room, but that could be troublesome to let you out of. Crafty and all. Is there a place that you would like to start at?
We could start here, so we can have a fresh start in the morning, so to speak. Like to. But I will say that aside from our walk here, I have a feeling the shaman already knows we're here.
So it's probably trying to figure out where you've gone. Okay. So I can technically put you into water orb would be wet, the central lighting orb would be gravity, and hoping you guys don't get too hurt falling. The crystal ball, we could use the crystal ball near my throne to sit here and hide you guys temporarily. Means I'll have to die there again.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I've been disemboweled there twice.
We don't currently know if our memory persists through a death, so at least let us remember our first go around.
Yes. So I take it you'll want me to wake you up and, well, pop you out at the beginning of the day then.
Yeah, preferably, so that way we can start fresh and talk better. And try to figure something out.
Because I tried to set up a experiment myself a couple 100 years ago to see if I can have something persist outside of where it normally would be during the entire timeline by sitting here and having it shifted into the orb. Living creatures, it was successful. It keeps the entity in there, keeps it retaining its memory. Physical objects became interesting. Spent about 20 years duplicating things just to sit here and pull some shenanigans. That didn't work.
Wouldn't think it would.
So, we put you guys in the orb. And that will probably be... And right about now, you start to hear some fighting outside. Shortly, 'cause now they're starting to attack. How do I elevate the timetable here? Do I just throw myself at the army? That might be the easiest way. Put you guys in the orb and then throw myself at the army.
We wanted to witness everything so we could see how things flow, but I suppose you can probably tell us.
If you want to see everything, I know exactly the orb to use.
Then sure.
He,
I mean, I don't really want to witness you dying. However, it's
he's
kind of important for us to see a whole loop.
He's going to lead you guys up to a mirror that he walks straight through. He's going to walk out on one of the pillars and is walking up towards the ceiling before climbing into a chest, popping out of a wardrobe on another area, walking across and then switching to go towards what looks like a little hole in the wall, which he crawls into.
Next thing you know, he's gonna take a upside down left on the MC Escher stairs.
No, MC Escher stairs yet. But he will go through several things before he kind of opens up the wardrobe and is like, come on, we need to sit here and get to the roof so I can get you guys in the giant orb above the castle. That should be more than enough room for you guys to see everything. Due to the thickness, it should also help you all with seeing everything. Almost like one of those words. Binoculars? Yes.
Yeah, binoculars, telescope.
Seeing pieces of any kind, yes. Anyways. So as you guys go through, you guys will get up to the roof, and there is a giant orb in the center of the castle that seems to point towards a whole bunch of discs, like glass lens discs, that are pointing out over the kingdom. And he's going to look you all over and say, so, I will be honest, part of the fun of being is I enjoy walking into my own orbs sometimes and using them as a getaway. No. Yeah. When you guys are in there, it should be fairly easy to look around and everything. You'll be able to observe through the lenses in the kingdom. I will not be able to get you out until tomorrow.
That's understandable.
Okay.
You'll be able to look over the kingdom, see what's going on. I know the camp is slightly outside of town. You guys might be able to see where their camp is and where the shaman is, so you can better assess that situation. In theory, it should be all safe, all good. Is there any questions you guys might have for me before I away you into the ball?
Is there anything we need to know before being uncrystallized?
It's a very weird feeling flowing through glass or crystal. because as you move around it, it will feel weird.
Victor's gonna put his hand in his coat pocket and play with that stone he's had with him all campaign.
Yep.
And look around.
Any other questions? Concerns?
None currently.
I'm ready for ball time.
Well, let's get you on the ball.
Alright.
Does it count as ball time if time is? Never mind.
You can work that out over the next several hours.
Yeah.
So he's going to take 4 of the balls, and he's going to sit here and swirl them around in his hand, then whip them at you guys. And they're going to come in and curve at you, hit you, and you're going to not feel an impact, but instead feel as if you just almost got thrown. Like somehow you're flying through the air, and then you're inside of this large sphere. And inside this sphere, you can see what looks like the lenses are lined up to actually be perfectly looked through to see different parts of the town. So it looks like it was designed for whatever distortion happens when you go in here. As if the king has actually worked on perfecting the use of these lenses. Inside, however, you will see one goblin. A really old goblin with a crystal ball on his staff, and he just looks over at you guys and is like, "Eh? What the hell?"
Who are you? We weren't told anyone else was in here.
Did my apprentice sit here and put you in here?
We are in ball stasis. I don't know if that's from your apprentice, but it was a guy who knows balls pretty good.
Human, blonde hair?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, my apprentice, the orphan I adopted.
How old was that guy?
When I was put in here?
No. Well, yeah. How old was he back when you got put in here?
About 12?
Oh, he's
Oh,
not
boy.
that anymore. Yeah, no, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I know. He keeps on popping in here and there to look at things, but it feels like it's been ages since I've seen him.
Now, are you are you in here by choice?
We'll go with being I don't age in here. Yes.
Okay. Copy. Just checking. Just making sure. I
So-
would say he's upgraded past apprentice at this point.
I feel like that's a really boring form of immortality.
Hey, I get to watch my entire kingdom, get to see everyone be happy, witness infinite things. Though everything keeps on looking weird. Like everything's on repeat, and I swear it can't be on repeat. Why would it be on repeat?
Evil shenanigans.
So you're telling me it's on repeat?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's correct. That's why we're in here to avoid having memories wiped and minds reset every time it wipes back.
Oh, it's a good thing that we don't have the problem of sitting here and putting some extra dimensional spaces inside of extra dimensional spaces, because that would have been
That'd get really
devastating.
weird.
Yeah, because sometimes when you do that, it causes explosion, and other times it causes an implosion, pulling everything in. So I'm glad that hasn't happened.
If the fact that time is resetting has caused a splintering timeline that is completely separate from the original one, and we're stuck inside that in some sort of paradoxical pocket
To make it
period
even
of
more
time.
complicated, I have different dimensional storage on me.
Oh yeah, I guess. Well, does the pocket of time that we are in, that is separated from the ocean of time out there, does that count as a pocket dimension for the purposes of this conversation?
I think each one of them is a pocket dimension, but if you think about it, reality itself is just a series of pocket dimensions.
Okay, so we're probably fine inside this pocket dimension.
Yeah, in theory, technically, yeah. That's actually
Okay, what about this-
fascinating.
Right? Okay. What about his
I don't think
pocket?
it'd be a good idea to
Promise.
bring one of my cards out and open.
I feel like
it.
that'd be pretty. I feel like that'd be pretty scary right now. Yeah.
Victor's looking out toward like the west, or wherever he past the windmill,
Okay.
while Thomas is trying to work himself into another existential crisis.
No, nothing like that. Actually, I find that the more I understand this shit, the more excited about it I get, despite our more than lethal circumstances. It's pretty cool. I feel like I'm getting it.
If you're looking for the Fomorians, they're not that way yet. They head that way soon to burn everything. They start over near the gates, and I think their camp is somewhere over there, but I always seem to lose track of them because of the woods. I think they're hiding somewhere in the woods.
Do you mind sketching out a map for us?
Ah, yes, let me find that paper that I have laying around and the ink and the quill.
I would pull it out of my. He pulls out his inventory of cards. I'd pull it out, but I'm a little afraid of the pocket dimension inside of a pocket dimension problem.
Victor opens up his book and grabs out his ink and quill.
Ah, yes,
Like
excellent.
it's blank pages, like it's his personal notes that he's had.
And so you let the goblin.
Yeah.
Okay. You can tell from some of the markings that he's putting on there. This is obviously a really old goblin. This dialect is not used anymore, but he is notating out a lot of the area. Certain buildings that seem to be attacked first, like it's prioritized for some reason. Weird things that seem to be happening as well during the onslaughts every time, as if there is something extra going on. In fact, with some of them, he even seems to notate by literally drawing it just in case because of writing. He draws like ladders and images of them sitting here and drawing stuff on the walls. And it looks almost like that's how they were getting the eyes everywhere, as they were adding them. So they're setting the stuff up to be activated. And it doesn't seem like the Fomorians know what they're doing, just that they're being told to do it. On top of it, he also seems to draw you a sketch of 4 separate individuals. One of them looks like he has the jawbone of a creature as a sword and a large tree log for a shield. 2 of them look like a bit of troublemakers and there are some pictures of creatures seeming to come from their staves. They seem a little bit smaller and more runty of the group. And then there's the image of an older, masked Fomorian that looks like some of his skin is decaying. And he draws this all out.
Thank you.
I think that's been the best recon we've had.
So, as far as I can tell, the rotting one seems to be the one calling a lot of the shots, despite the fact that the big muscle head seems to be the one that's looked to for all the stuff. He seems to be taking all of his orders from the rotting one. I'm presuming the rotting one has some sort of pact. Over the time that this has been happening, this, what I thought was me losing my sanity, but this loop, it seems like he's still rotting. Time is still applying to him somehow.
So you think that's the shaman?
Probably. I don't know much else. I've been stuck in here this entire time. I'm moments away from death myself. I come out, I will probably have at most a few hours.
So, I mean, stay in here as long as you want.
I mean, there's not much I can really do. I could throw balls of light at people. I could... As far as I can tell, these entities, I'm in danger if they get close. And that would make my aid much less. I almost thought somebody was casting an illusion on all the different discs that we put up. So you said 1,000 years.
Yes.
Fascinating.
How have you persisted through 1,000 years and not realized it is truly a loop?
I've thought that I was going insane before I came in here, just like my brother.
Fair.
My brother found a way to sit here and imbue his soul into armor and was constantly wearing armor. Went entirely insane and really enjoyed tearing apart different specimens of
Clocks
that.
and springs and stuff?
Hmm?
Clocks and springs and stuff?
As well as living specimens. He liked to see how things ticked and wanted to understand life and mechanisms, and that was his way of trying to find immortality. Mine was this.
I hand him a memory card. Is it this guy?
Yes, sort of. It's not my brother, though. So new. No, he wouldn't. Would he?
He did.
So that's not his body. That's probably somebody he made a deal with and is siphoning the life energy from.
Very likely. When this time loop is over, I could have him come visit.
I don't know if I want that. 1,000 years. Tell you what. You guys come up with a plan. You tell me. I've only got a few hours outside of here. before I expire. If you guys have a good enough plan, I'll chip in, see what I can do. Might as well go out with one last hurrah. One last bang.
Wow, I was thinking of just having him come and visit you in the orb.
Yeah, no, he would not go anywhere near this orb. I can tell you that.
I mean, if he comes to the orb, then even better you can pop out, say hello, and then go back in.
Now, my question is: my brother still working for Ardov?
Not that I'm aware of.
Interesting.
He's with the Sanctum of Stability, from what I know.
Ah,
That table, I can't remember the name of the precursor organization for them.
that would be the Knights of Neutrality.
Alright. You might know them as the Knights of Neutrality. The Sanctum's the successor.
Yeah, I can tell the trademarks of them renaming themselves over and over again. Order of Balance, Knight of Neutrality, Sanctum of Stability. They just reinvent the same concept to try to keep everything in balance. 1,000 years. Things are still ticking away. And Ardov's not a problem. And my brother, one of his 8 generals, is working for someone else.
It's a pretty hefty lore dump. I'm gonna try to see what I can through the lenses.
You do see people seeming to move around. And as they're moving around, you do see the shaman seeming to come out of the woods. And for a moment, it looks almost like he looks up towards the globe. And then sits here and looks back towards the gates and continues moving. Almost as if he noticed he was being perceived for a second.
Oh, let's hope that doesn't bite us in the ass.
Yeah, that wasn't creepy at all, huh?
Was
Yeah.
hoping to see him cast some spells and maybe pick some things up from him. He's had 1,000 years to practice, so
He doesn't cast a lot of spells. Seems to only cast them in the woods for some reason. I'm wondering if he brought a relic, and that's part of the problem for him.
that would make sense.
In fact, most of the spells I've seen him use are mostly defensive. He seems to try to keep the brute alive as well as the 2 conjurers.
That tells us something too. If this is all a repeat and he remembers everything, then why would he try to keep anyone alive?
To me, it tells
I'd
me...
assume that he just doesn't care.
Oh, to me, it tells me that he needs those key pieces. But taking out the smaller men, that's not the problem. It's taking out the key pieces. It messes with his plan.
Well, that's the weak spot for us then.
Trying to take out one of them, yes. Problem is, which ones? Because you could take them all out. It's just a matter of when and how.
Well, I have a feeling that we'll be the next targets here, so we're just trying to get through the reset once.
Yep.
How often have you looked through those lenses?
Every day for the last... That's a very long while. Since this entire thing started, in fact, since we developed them, it's helped me kind of keep an eye on my kingdom.
Has he looked up every time that you look out of these?
Only when I look at him. It's only temporarily, like almost like he's got a sixth sense. But that's it. It's not like he can see. Because I would think that if he could see, he would have come up here after killing Jareth. Well, dealt with the orb.
You say your kingdom.
Yes.
Did you rule here and pass it on to Jareth?
Oh yes, that was always the goal. I knew my days were numbered and couldn't rule from this orb. This was my last-ditch effort to watch over the kingdom. And then the best way was to find a prodigy that would be strong enough for this. I am unable to have children due to multiple reasons. One being I'm not actually organic. Not fully. I've had to use spells to replicate my body over and over again.
And you're just kind of tired at this point?
Yes, and I can't make another replica. I am at the extent before it starts becoming an amorphous, clear blob that barely has any sentience left.
So you create illusions, light spells,
Yes.
maybe noises?
Noises are a bit harder, but can be mimicked sometimes by superheating the air and whatnot.
Do you have minor illusion?
I don't remember. Do you?
Just enough to create like a little map above my hands or something, whatever I happen to be thinking of. Cantrip type of level.
Did you grab it? I can't remember.
I didn't. And I have no way of learning it on the fly, so I was hoping to see if this guy had it so I could learn it right now.
Because I have an idea for you.
Hang on a second, I've got a problem in the background going on as well.
Take your time.
You mentioned that you may help us if we have a plan that you deem good enough. Now, if we come up with something that you deem good enough...
Draven, I think he just AFK'd.
Still somewhat here.
I was thinking if it gets to the point where they get into the castle and we're near where Jarek is, and we're in the room with him, and the opposing force is not, I cast something that creates rough terrain. You cast like a light spell of some sort over it, like the brightest light you can, to kind of mask that light. And then we load a couple of spells into that. And their movement is going to be slowed. The offensive spells they won't really be able to perceive, maybe because of the light.
Potentially. Oh,
And
the
their
Bane
movement
forever.
through it. And their movement through it would be slower, so they would take potentially more damage.
Okay. I need to be right back. I need to See if something arrived.
Just put us in a break mode then.
I think we're at a point we could probably call it. I gotta be heading off soon.
That's fair.
It's been a good session.
Yeah.
You guys sure?
We learned some cool things, got in a ball. Yeah, I think it's
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
We're balling.
And that
We're
means
balling.
Whatever's going on in
next.
the background.
That means next time you guys. Okay, if you want your points back, I was gonna say next time you guys just start off with a disadvantage. But I mean, if that's what you want, I can just reward the points back too. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I got that. You find someone to raid to.
So what I'm getting is he kind of wants to go out with a bang.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, one last fight.
Seems like the who did get here. Okay. So, good news. It's, so it's been rejected. I did not notice the hydrate one. Oh, somebody cleared my requests.
Sorry.
It's all cool. It's all cool. I think they still. Actually, now that I think about it, I think you guys actually still have disadvantage from Mighty Mouse.
Oh
I
no.
don't remember.
It's been like 2 months. But yes. So that's done. So we are going to call it for the night then.
Yeah.
If we're going to call it for the night, I will find a. Well, do I raid or do I flicker the stream and we play some Deadlock or something?
Down for whatever.
Go either way with it. Yeah. I'm gonna put it. Work.
If that's what you'd rather, I'm down to play some Deadlock. Fear did want to play some League with me before night's end, so I probably won't be on for forever. But I'm down. I miss Deadlock.
Are you? Well, if you were going to do that, I was going to say we could also just raid into you and let you.
Oh, I wasn't gonna stream.
Ah, okay. Is Fear going to stream it?
I don't think so. Let me ask.
Okay. Because if so, and they want to start streaming right away, I can do that. If not, I can. Well, you're asking that. I'll.
Yeah, I'm asking him right now if he wanted to stream it. Let's see. If this little fucker responds. Oh, goodness me. Well, I'm enjoying the direction. I'm having a great time.
I am glad. Especially since I am slightly brain fried from everything this week and then having to
Yeah.
retype the entire. Well,
Yeah.
having to recopy the entire manual and redo it all.
This is kind of the best stopping point I could think of, honestly.
It's a lot of
before it
information
really
to
picks
process.
up,
Yeah.
I'm
and
not
there's
getting a
some
response
rust on all parts, I think.
Okay, so I'll probably do a quick raid then into somebody. Do you guys have somebody suggested or?
I say you try to make some new friends. Look for other TTRPG folks. See if there's anybody that interests you.
I know there's
Yeah,
one.
That's doing TTRPGs.
Hmm?
Just influencers.
Well, I guess we can raid the one that I've watched several times. I think I've only raided them once.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna go raid a slightly bigger group. They're the Unexpectables. They have all sorts of different campaigns. I've seen them have a Fallout game. I've seen them have regular D&D. I've seen a cartoon one over there. So they kind of do all sorts of different campaigns and different systems. You guys be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and don't get in trouble. And if you do, give us a call. Goodbye.
Good night.
Oh, good night. What's up? Sure.